Ladies and gentlemen,
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Championship.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Primetime Wrestling Live here on YouTube. And we are getting things started tonight, folks, with a bang as we have a Women's Championship match for you. Natalya making her way into the ring here, folks, as she will be challenging Bull Nakano. And we have not seen Bull Nakano since she won the Women's Championship back around WrestleMania. And there is Bull Nakano, the reigning and defending World Wrestling Federation Women's Champion. And she will have a tough task ahead of her today as she goes one-on-one and defends that title against Natalya. We'll go ahead and send it on up for the introductions here in this opening contest on Primetime Wrestling.
Introducing the challenger from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
Proud member of the Hart family, Natalya, with an excellent opportunity here tonight.
Kawaguchi, Japan, the Women's Champion, Bull Nakano.
And Bull Nakano, one of the toughest women here in the WWF. Of course, she knocked off Alundra Blaze back at WrestleMania. And here we go. Women's title on the line here. And Bull Nakano out of the gate before the bell even rings, taking Natalya down hard. And Bull Nakano, a hard clubbing blow to the back of Natalya, and bringing her right back to her feet and right back down with a modified Beal. And Nakano feeling it already here in the early goings of this match. Just a power advantage definitely on Nakano's side, as she drags Natalya into the corner. And she's going to hair whip her right out of the corner and right back to the ground into a cover. Only a 1 count, though. And Nakano now begging for Natalya to get back to her feet. And she's going to push her right back into the ropes. And Natalya hasn't gotten any offense on Nakano at all here. And Nakano slamming Natalya down after draping her over that top rope. And it has been all Bull Nakano here in this match. A big foot to the face. And driving the elbow down and going into the cover again. Referee's down, count of 1. Only a 1 count. Natalya Oh, what a move that was. Just sitting all of her weight down. But Natalya kips up and catches the boot. And she's got Nakano down. Now working over that left leg with a knee twist or a knee lock here. And Nakano able to get that foot up and kick her right off. That was a hard shot. And Nakano now stomping away at the hand of Natalya and dropping a leg. Back into a cover. Count of one, count of two, count of three. Bull Nakano with the decisive victory. Natalya never even got out of the gates on this match, folks. Just an absolutely one-sided victory for Bull Nakano as she retains the WWF Women's Championship here on Primetime. Well, folks, as you watch the replay of this one-sided match, once again, I want to welcome you into Primetime Wrestling. I'm your host, JWR.
Here is your winner, and still Women's Champion, Bull Nakano.
And we have quite a night of action for you here, as we already had one title match. And we've got 4 quarterfinal qualifying rounds in the King of the Ring tournament, and we're going back up to the ring to keep this moving.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from parts unknown, weighing in at 245 pounds, Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown advanced through it into the qualifying by knocking off Mr. Perfect, something we didn't think was going to happen. Quite the upset. And now here in the quarterfinals, trying to make it into that semifinal round. Doink is going to have his hands full. And here comes his opponent.
And his opponent, representing Road Warriors from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 285 pounds, the
Animal, one of the legendary Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, however you want to call them. One of the most decorated tag teams here in the World Wrestling Federation, but this is a singles match in a tournament to crown the King of the Ring. No managers, no partners, all have been barred from ringside. And Animal with a hard shot, but Doink right back to his feet here. We started off with 32 superstars that were going to be vying their way in. I should say 31. Because the Macho Man Randy Savage earned himself a bye in the first round. He did not have to qualify for this tournament. Randy Savage, of course, the Intercontinental Champion. He's actually going to be in action in our main event here tonight for the first time in this tournament. Right now, though, Animal in control. Well, we had 31 superstars, and of course, Hulk Hogan was attacked viciously by Vader, taken out of the tournament, replaced by Razor Ramon. And Razor was able to qualify. Right now, though, Animal, hard clothesline coming out of the corner and just slamming Doink back to the canvas. Doink is in a world of hurt here, folks. But Animal took too long there, celebrated, and Doink returns the favor. A short arm clothesline taking Animal right to the ground. And Doink now perched up top. Double axe handle takes Animal to the ground. And again, sidestepping Animal. And Doink had a hold of his nose. And there's a takedown. Animal going for the cover. Only a 1 count. Doink now on the reversal, slamming Animal back to the canvas with that arm wrench. And now Animal back to his feet. Doink's got him up in a fireman's carry and drapes him across that top rope with a guillotine. Only a 1 count though as Animal able to kick out. And Animal now going to show off his power, but Doink reversed it again. Doink has had a counter for everything that Animal has thrown at him. This is eerily reminiscent of his match against Mr. Perfect. Everyone assumed that Mr. Perfect was going to pick up the win, and Doink surprised everybody. And now here again, the world assumes Animal is going to pick up the win, but Doink has held his own. And until that right there, that's going to separate a shoulder. Was that a low blow? I can hardly keep up with this action. I'm pretty sure Doink went low on that kick to get back to his feet. And now into an armbar. Working over that arm. Animal able to reverse it. And a hard knee to the head. Trying to get some separation here. And Animal now with Doink from behind and a clubbing shot to his chest. Taking the clown down. Only a 2 count though. We want to thank you all for tuning in here to Primetime Wrestling each and every Monday night live on YouTube. As we are on a collision course with the King of the Ring in 4 short weeks. And Doink now getting Animal back to his feet. He's got Animal in the corner. He's got him up. Animal, though, too heavy. And Doink just collapsed under the immense weight of Animal. And Animal now, Doink into the corner and a hard clothesline coming out. He's got him up. And just face first off that turnbuckle. And there's a boot to the face. And a leg drop. A flurry of offensive maneuvers from Animal. And Doink is in a world of hurt. But again, able to sidestep him. Doink now back in control. Animal slumped over in the corner. And there's a hard running knee strike right up under the chin. And Animal in a world of trouble now as the tide has turned in this match. There's a scoop and a slam. And now Doink up to the second rope. Huge, that's the whoopee cushion. He nailed the whoopee cushion. Only a 2 count. Animal able to kick out. What a move. What a match, folks. And here comes another one. Animal is down, and here comes that submission hold. We've seen him use before. Is Animal going to get out? Animal able to reverse it at the last minute. I thought there was going to be a submission right there, but what a move from Doink. I tell you what, folks, this is the last time anybody's going to underestimate Doink the Clown. Even if he ends up losing this match, the way he has fought against two of the top superstars here in the World Wrestling Federation shows that he belongs in this tournament. And Doink now back in full control. Doink back up to that second rope, driving a double axe handle down. And Animal trying to get back to his feet. Here's a scoop. And here's a turnabout's fair play. As he goes face first off that turnbuckle. Animal now with that elbow, going to reverse it. Pile driver. Just spiked Doink on the top of his head. And Doink is out of it, folks. There's a cover. And that's all she wrote. Animal with that big pile driver seals the deal, and he's moving on in the King of the Ring tournament. From 32 to 16, and we're down into our Elite Eight. Animal, the first to qualify for the Elite Eight here in the King of the Ring. We are going right back up to the ring, folks. We are not going to waste any time.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Natural Disasters from Vancouver, British Columbia, weighing in at 441 pounds, the Disaster.
Earthquake making his way down as he hopes to secure a spot in that Elite Eight here in the King of the Ring tournament. Normally I would say that, you know, he's got his hands full, but I think it's the other way around, folks. As Jim the Anvil Neidhart, I believe, is going to have his hands full with Earthquake.
And his opponent from Reno, Nevada, weighing in at 281 pounds, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Take no prisoners.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart set to lock up one-on-one with Earthquake here in the quarterfinals for the King of the Ring tournament. Each man hoping to make that final eight. And here we go, back underway. And Earthquake right on top of the Anvil, coming out of the corner, just raking at the face and twisting his head. Earthquake with a big clubbing clothesline. And Neidhart, all 400 plus pounds of Earthquake across the chest. That'll crack some ribs. Backing him into the corner now. Anvil with an elbow, able to reverse it. And here we go, Earthquake now. What a move! That side salto slam there. But Anvil was able to survive it, laying in those hard rights. Reversed by Earthquake. And Earthquake takes the Anvil down. And Anvil's in trouble. And here comes Earthquake. Face first goes Anvil off the turnbuckle. And that did nothing. That right hand from Anvil did nothing. And Earthquake back in control here. Look out. Anvil able to get back on top of things here. There's a cover. Count of one. Only a 1 count. And there's a hard clothesline, taking Anvil all the way outside to the floor. And here comes Earthquake following him out. Dangerous place to be on that outside. The Anvil with a double axe handle takes Earthquake off his feet. They're stomping away at him. And now Anvil sending Earthquake back into the ring. And he caught him. And what a slam. Look at the power of the Anvil. Only a 2 count, but he was able to slam the Earthquake. And not just half-ass slam him. He was a full-on body slam with authority behind it. Earthquake, though, able to mount a comeback here. He's got the Anvil down. And the Anvil's in trouble. Got him up with a big bear hug and a slam. That'll definitely crush them ribs. There's a 2 count only. As the Anvil able to kick out here. Earthquake's got him. Setting him up. Powerbomb! And there it is. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Earthquake advances in the King of the Ring.
Here is your winner, the Disaster.
What a match that was. And we are moving on here, ladies and gentlemen, as this evening winds down.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Wild Samoans from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 326 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions,
Ladies and gentlemen, Alpha, as you heard the ring announcer, this is going to be a champion versus champion. There's no title on the line, though. You have one half of the tag team champions against the $1 million champion, The Undertaker. And here comes The Undertaker.
And his opponent from Death Valley, weighing in at 229 pounds, the $1 million champion,
Just an awesome sight every time he comes out here. The Undertaker making his way to the ring. Still sporting that $1 million championship. Alpha going one-on-one with the dead man, the Phenom, here on Primetime. And we are underway. And Alpha able to get out of that initial flurry from the Undertaker. And now locking on a nerve hold here. Undertaker able to reverse it, sweeping the leg. And pulling off right back up to his feet and tossing it back into the corner. Followed up with a huge leg drop. Only a 1 count. The Undertaker now with Alpha over the top rope. Alpha able to reverse it. Alpha now with a standing side headlock. Undertaker with a go behind. And now Alpha trying to break that hold. There's a roll up. Only a 1 count, and there's a reversal from Alpha. I did not expect to see chain wrestling here. And a little do-si-do there as Alpha went to the outside. Undertaker followed him, but Alpha beat him back into the ring. And there's a reversal from Alpha with a side takedown. And dropping a headbutt. He's got the Undertaker reeling a bit here. As Alpha now up to the second rope. And he missed entirely as the Undertaker was back on his feet. And now laying in those forearm shots to the back. The kidney area of Alpha. Into the corner. Face first off the top turnbuckle. And now scooped. And Alpha reversed it into a DDT. Alpha now with a big slam. And another nerve hold applied. Working over the trap muscle and the shoulder of the Undertaker. Alpha up top. He got caught though. Or maybe not. Double axe handle from Alpha took the Undertaker straight to the canvas. And Alpha now in control. He's choking the life out of the dead man across that top turnbuckle, that top rope. Alpha with another headbutt. And The Undertaker, though, able to get him with a big kick right there from the ground up. And he just tosses Alpha aside again. Alpha, a large Samoan athlete, not used to being tossed around like this. Alpha with an elbow to the gut and a standing sidekick. He just kicked The Undertaker out of his boots. Into a cover. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, Alpha has just knocked off The Undertaker.
Here is your winner, Alpha!
I am absolutely stunned. As Alpha picks up a huge win here on Primetime. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Toluca, Mexico, weighing in at 234 pounds, Tito Santana.
Tito Santana here in our main event as the Macho Man returns to action here on Primetime.
And his opponent from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Folks, I am still in shock at what we just saw. So you'll have to forgive me. Alpha, one half of the Wild Samoans, just beat The Undertaker here tonight on Primetime. We have to put that out of our minds, though. Here's the main events underway. As the Macho Man, Randy Savage, returning to action, his first match since becoming the Intercontinental Champion back at Saturday night's main event. Right before WrestleMania now, and Tito Santana backing Macho Man up into the ropes. And guillotines him across that top rope. Macho Man now in a little bit of trouble. It's been well over a month and a half since the Macho Man's been in the ring. And right now, trying to shake off some of that ring rust, if there is any. Both of these men would love to advance in the King of the Ring tournament. Macho Man has all but guaranteed not just advancing, but guaranteed his victory in the tournament, saying that we will have to refer to him as the Macho King if and when that time comes. Right now, he's got Tito on the ropes. And chopping over and draping him across the top rope as the Macho Man landed with his full weight going from the inside to outside the ring. And now the Macho Man climbing up top. Tito getting back to his feet here. Diving crossbody from the Macho Man. And there's a reversal from Tito, trying to get in some offense here. Of course, we have to ask ourselves, what role, if any, did the Macho Man play in that attack on Hulk Hogan by Vader? Of course, Hogan is out of action indefinitely. And Vader, well, he managed to knock off Rocky Maivia last week and advance into the King of the Ring tournament. Macho Man spinning around and slamming Tito to the ground, but not able to keep him down. Tito with a big drop kick sends the Macho Man reeling and rolling right to the outside. Back inside comes the Macho Man. Hard rights and lefts, and the Macho Man reverse from Tito into a bulldog. Tito into a cover for the upset. Count of one and one only. And Tito now dropping the Macho Man right on his knee. That'll do some damage for sure. And now whipping the Macho Man, but reversed Macho Man with a kick to the gut. Savage now taking Tito into the corner, face first. And now Savage with a head of steam, jumping knee attack, driving that knee into the sternum. And now choking the life out of Tito Santana in the corner. The Macho Man with Tito on the ropes, literally and figuratively. Into the corner, but Tito reversed it. There's still some life left in Tito Santana. And he's going for that figure four. He's got it locked in. This is what brought him here. Will Macho Man tap? No, Macho Man does not tap. Tito Santana had that locked in for an extended amount of time. And look at the kip up from Macho Man. Tito's in trouble. Macho Man to the top rope. And driving the elbow. That should be it. And that's all she wrote. A valiant effort here tonight from Tito Santana. But the Macho Man reigns supreme. What a night here on Primetime Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. As the Macho Man, Alpha, Earthquake, and Animal all advance in the King of the Ring tournament. We will have our final round, final quarterfinal qualifying round next week here on Primetime, ladies and gentlemen, as we make our way to our Elite Eight. And those 8 superstars will compete in 3 matches in one night at the King of the Ring. You have to beat 3 different opponents in the same night in order to become the King of the Ring. But before you can get there, you have to make it to that Elite Eight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight on Primetime. I'm your host, JWR. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week right here on YouTube, right here on Primetime Wrestling. Good night, everybody.